Antes de comenzar el video, me gustaría recomendarles la página de aoea.com, donde podrán encontrar gemas al mejor precio. Pero no solamente eso, sino con mi cupón podrán obtener un 3% de descuento. Así que el link se los dejo en la descripción para poder comprar de forma fácil y segura.
Counter pick to shut this Oleron down, but we'll see.
So Sanguine going to have to play for the Oleron a little bit. I think when we look at Oleron, we're looking more towards the team fights around Gold Fury, Fire Giant, whereas they've still got an Anher Osiris Terror elsewhere.
Such a strong backline. Honor, Oleron, and then a Terra as well for the out, so... Yeah.
Well, that was a fast pick some band zeros. See you in a few minutes. Let's get into game for Sanguine versus Hype Unit.
Thank you, Hindu Man, but really thank you to Zeros for putting up with Hindu Man more.
Will come those mid to late game team fights.
Even in Sanctified Field, I mean, he's doing almost all of his damage with those auto attacks, so Furious Roar is certainly good there, but CC Immune Ultimate always important as Sop's in trouble early on. Shinto jumps in, the Aegis was solid, the CC wasn't there, but it doesn't stop Panatom. He gets first blood for Sanguine.
There, but his builds are more standard now as opposed to the weird builds we used to see out of him before. Sop's in a lot of trouble.
Sop's had the Aegis, already used it, and Shinto just waited it out. 2v1 in ultimates with Russian Poppy last time, but this time decides to hold on. As look at this, Russian Poppy, no ultimate. Here comes Panatom, Volcanic Lightning right there with Yarkor's Lord of the Afterlife, but in mid lane, Shinto gets dunked on by Mollusk, so Hype Unit finally on the board. But look at this rotation in from Netrioid. Sanctified Field down, Mollusk beads too late. And Netrioid, his rotation pays off.
To be, you were better off kind of just going down the middle lane. You know the rotations from the soul lane aren't going to be there to cut you off anytime soon, so
love this.
Misjudgment.
Love this by Benny Q. Gamma here as well, and Netrioid falls, but Benny had that one pretty locked up. Knows that Sanctified
for on you, so he should be able to walk out. Red buff due to respawn momentarily with that purple buff. Hype Unit are posturing that they want to invade. Good damage out of wrong you. A little bit of dots there, but he doesn't have his dash now.
Has the ultimate still. Good damage return and a little bit of healing for him. As Mollusk has already exited, Gamma gonna go out the hard way. Wall, good attempt by Mollusk, but now has to worry about Panatom. There's the Anvil of Dawn, much needed at this position. Panatom's rotation in. Rongyu, great bait. I think we haven't seen a lot of Terra as of late, and we all kind of forget how potent that ultimate can be. Benny Q completely out of mana, and Panatom, that is clean mechanics there. Auto-canceled everything perfectly.
Look how
leads. Same with Shinto over Sops, as he's going to jump in against Sops. Knockup's there, but Aegis solid from Sops. That didn't mean a lot of damage, and Panatom locked down, blink for blink. Gamma right on point with his own. That's a huge deal. Gamma and Benny Q both know it.
Just wants to look for the steal, or just the poke damage.
Got a lot of poke damage, didn't get the steal. As Shinto in the mid lane, one auto should do it, and he gets the solo kill onto Sops. 3-1 in comparison to Sops' 3-on-2. Gamma blinks in. Panatom just ignores him. Goes straight for the buff. Big dunk coming in from Mollusk though. Panatom now in a little bit of trouble, but Volcanic Lightning puts out the damage. Jungler does fall in the trade for 1-for-1, but look at this. Shinto's not rotating in. They are on Gold Fury, so Benny Q's gonna have to deal with that, but it's already gone. Sanguine get gold, and they might be winning this 3v2 anyways. Aegis forced onto Sops as Yarkor and Rongyu take him down, and they might have Russian Poppy here too. Yarkor, so much healing off this Glad Shield, is getting work done.
And once Rongyu gets cooldowns, he's going to make another turnaround play potentially. There goes the stun. Going to zone away Gamma for a moment. Spirit Flail increasing the movement speed of Yarkor. His flail down for a little bit longer. Still going to get the Judgment Tether stun. Needs to watch out for Russian Poppy's damage though.
He's got him finally, and Mollusk, who got killed earlier, is now back. It is going to get a kill, but here comes Shinto. Barrel stuffs one. Mollusk does get Yarkor, and Shinto no ultimate, and that solo laners and guardians, but having one warrior instead of the double guardian ends up being impactful. Mollusk, no hammer anymore.
He's
great
dead.
Support from Gamma, but not good enough. Now Gamma in some trouble, and he recognizes it. Immediately takes to the sky, but it's Sops who is the target. Impale does miss, but here comes Panatom. Easy Pyroclast to close the gap, and with that
to Sops' level 11. If Mollusk even dares show up, he'll die.
Mollusk gets to the sky, and Shinto actually leaps in. That might be the call to go aggressive. Mollusk finds a dunk, and it's on a Panatom. Never gets the Volcanic Lightning off. That great Desert Fury through the wall nearly finds not rely quite as much on everyone else to do the job once he's dead. Looks like it's going to be a Blackthorn Hammer for him next up, which I like quite a bit. Look at Yarkor just go to work on Russian Poppy right now, but Whirlwind of Raging Steel is coming up. Shinto's here as well.
No mana.
No mana for Russian Poppy. Just enough. Shinto's got a beads, and they'll kill him, but you got an ultimate from Yarkor and Shinto's beads. Could have been worse for Russian Poppy. Shinto there and doing chunks of damage with every single auto attack, but here comes Mollusk into the sky. Benny Q gets pillar stun. Beads are there. Netrioid has to use his own purification bead. Sanctified Field is fantastic to stop this team fight as Panatom cleans up Mollusk on the backside. Yarkor takes a lot of damage and finds a great ultimate, lands on 2, and then just wiggles his way out of there, leaving Panatom to pick up the double kill. Panatom looking for a third over the wall, but can't quite find it. Doesn't matter though, hype unit already scattered because Sanguine crushes yet.
Over to the right.
Oh, Fire Giant. Feels like pretty early. No beads for Netrioid, remember, as Mollusk goes to the pit. Frenzy there, and Russian Poppy realizes, but it's too late. Sanguine already has Fire Giant. Mollusk is up, and Sanctified Field being down is a good initiation opportunity. He'll find Panatom. Beads are there. She thinks Chronos Pendant's great on him. Mollusk looks for Yarkor, who is alone, and the boys are in tow. Yarkor ults away, but Gamma's on the way from this direction. Gamma gonna start backing so he can maybe defend this Phoenix, as Yarkor is going to fall, just too isolated from the rest of the squad. Gamma's in the sky. Russian Poppy dead before he hits the ground. Gamma and Sops both here. Sops just backed, and welcome to the team fight, buddy. Shinto puts him down again. That's 5 in a row for Shinto. Benny Q does find Netrioid in that backline as the laners going against it still in the late game, but eventually it is all over. Shinto with the triple kill, 8 and 1 on the On-Her in the mid lane. And Sanguine didn't even look like they broke a sweat.
Definitely not. Shinto 8-1-6, 14 of his team's 21 kills, 66% participation. This On-Her
map with Chernobog, and that's like what really makes it good, I think.
Yeah, the global positions does come into play. Sol as well drafted for hype unit alongside Compa Corner. Horus and Susanoo are the last picks for Sanguine, so excited to see how the Susanoo goes. Into game 2 we go. No hesitating here. Aggro, totally take it away.
Thank you, Hindu and Zeros. Sanguine looking for a big 2-0 victory with Panatom having his, but Panatom can easily rotate in and affect this team fight. Benny Q stunned and knocked up. Gamma gets out of range of that Mesmerize perfectly. Benny Q, the rest of the boys do get the red buff, but now their low health bar has got to get on the run. Sops is just a little bit too late to exit. Tries exiting towards the whole team instead of just going straight south. Just weird positioning by all of hype unit.
That's true. I mean, and that's one way for Panatom to catch up in the experience department is get the first blood. Now even with more net worth on top of it, not a good spot to be in for Benny Q either.
Rongyu has already forced purification beads. Oh no, Panatom blinked in and it brought Rongyu with him, but it doesn't matter because they already killed Benny Q. He made a hard U-turn there to get not off to as explosive of a start here in the early game, but Rongyu, look at that use of the mobility. Sops locked down, and now with just a sliver of HP. But Rongyu, thinking about chasing, decides to, but not going to find that now. Mollusk is going to be able to chew him up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Rongyu gets blocked by Shinto's pillar. So Russian Poppy makes the rotation in. Mirror does good damage. 180 impale, good enough. Gust, then you get that kill.
The true knockups are so valuable because of that aspect, the diminishing return value. It's roots and stuns that don't really mess around with each other. But this is another kill here for Yarkor, or rather his first one. Easy onto Sops. No beat still.
My man's level 10. He owns this area of the map at this point.
They should be able to get the tier 1 mid tower off of it, or maybe even get a kill onto Benny Q.
That was odd. Panatom a little bit messed up there. Netrioid ends up getting messed up himself, and Panatom cleans it up for the double kill. Sop says, had a bit. Comes Panatom, no blink, but a jet stream would close the gap from here. He's going to tank it up, and he'll get stunned by Russian Poppy. In fact, Russian Poppy turns it around and finds a solo kill, and Yarkor, no mana, needs one more ability. He gets it, but now he tanked the tower. Mollusk is here, and it's going to be a 2-for-1, it looks like, unless Yarkor is able to really make this work. Gamma doing more harm than good, giving Yarkor more mana and HP off that Glad Shield.
This time Netroid not on the all run, playing the Thoth. Has the burst potential to secure the objective, but not the primary damage to get it low.
Mollusk solo. That's twice now that a member of Hype Unit has just stayed too long. It was Sops on his own blue.
Gamma and Mollusk assisting in the lane clear, whereas Rongyu has always been in this mid lane every wave.
Sops knocked up. Big damage to him quickly as actually the target is Mollusk. The lockdown from Yarkor is real. The Desert's Fury is even better. 8 kills now for Sanguine and the Panatom, but BennyQ put some good damage out on his own. Gold Fury getting very low and Sanguine secure it, but here comes Sops. Living Nightmare brings him into the team fight, and Yarkor welcomes him with open arms. Welcome back, buddy. Would you like death number 4? Yarkor does get peeled away. Good job by Russian Poppy and Gamma, but now it's BennyQ who gets chewed up by that Blade Storm. Yarkor's found one. Yarkor looking for his second. He'll find it. It's a double kill. Make that 3, or it was going to be until the passive kicked in for Gamma. Mollusk does get at least one. It's a double kill for Mollusk, actually, as he finds both Rongyu and Panatom. Now it's a triple kill for him as Netrioid in trouble. Great impale puts Mollusk back at bay, and now Shinto going to put an end to the spree. Desert's Fury back up right on time, and Russian Poppy just barely able to escape. A back and forth engagement. That was pentakill territory for Mollusk.
Absolutely. In fact, his skewer was coming up, so it's not terrible.
I don't know, man. I mean, I just feel like you're losing frenzy. Look at that final judgment from Netrioid. Sops bullied again. 0-5 now. And that one...
away from the final judgment.
Big brain, totally nicely done. Beads used by BennyQ ultimate as well. Netrioid very low, and Dazzling Offensive's going to clean it up. Russian Poppy finds his second kill of the game. Mollusk in the back line as well. They take down Shinto. Yarkor is able to answer back as Panatom finds BennyQ in that back line, but Mollusk with another multi-kill, this time a double, and he might be looking for trips once again. Epic uppercut solid. Rongyu here to try and provide a shield, but all it does is ensure that he's likely to fall on the back end of this. A poor call by Sanguine to pull big fire ends up really punishing them. If that's a Pyromancer pull, totally, I don't think any of that happens.
Yeah, I don't mind that play if it's only the Pyromancer. Definitely feeling themselves too much. Now, it was a bait to force a team fight, but I think Hype Unit were going to contest the Pyromancer regardless.
Yeah, I agree. Rongyu doesn't secure the objective and will die for his attempt. That seems like an odd build, but I don't hate it. I think that it can make some sense. Mollusk used Kingslayer because Yarkor is just beating on him. Sops and Gamma have to show up just to assist. And Yarkor, I don't think, is that concerned about all of this. I mean, he's going to have to get to go eventually. As Gamma finds a good epic uppercut, that might seal the deal. Yarkor stuck in that crystallized curse. No, it's Sops who nearly falls. That was close, though. Yarkor nearly got the job done. 3v1.
The King Arthur in a nutshell. All just like that. Mollusk thought that he could 2v1. Now BennyQ gonna fall because all of Sanguine are on the left.
Panatom almost died to the tower, but a sick heal from Rongyu. A Brawlers or a Toxic Blade. You don't need to invest that whole big relic slot. As Sops had relics initially, doesn't use them and gets punished pretty quickly for it. A sick Pillar Impale by Shinto, but Sops had beads and just kind of stood there because BennyQ's on the way. So is Panatom. Panatom gets rooted. Shinto in tow. Gamma now stunned, knocked up, already knocked down. Into the passive, down he goes. Shinto with his 4th. This is a weird spot for Mollusk to be, considering the rest of the boys already decided to bounce. He's left alone, has to beads just in case that root hit, but
purple buff or not, but either way, identify that it was a 2-on-1, so should be safe as Netroid.
Not anymore. He's in trouble now because Sops and Mollusk both on top of him. Rongyu provides a shield, but it's not enough. Too much damage out of these two physical damage dealers. And they bring him down. Now Rongyu is going to get killed as well. Hey, is Set good? That looks pretty good to me. Panatom, yo, you want to try? Mollusk down for this. Typhoon being charged, Sops gets knocked up, and the Aegis saves his life, but Panatom does eventually finish him off. Yarkor decides to join the fray, and Mollusk just barely able to escape. Impale a bit off the mark there from Shinto on the way down from that Excalibur's Wrath. Double stun from Yarkor, slow is good as well. BennyQ, yes, that would a double proc crusher. That one. Oni Fury down to about half. BennyQ certainly has the damage. Gamma comes in and ends up immediately needing to leave. Final judgment not great from Netrioid as Shinto. His Desert Fury also doesn't find a whole lot of a home, and Mollusk is in the back line. Doesn't get the shield though. Shinto puts him down right on time. But there's some low health bars for Sanguine. Hype Unit recognized that It might head back towards this Oni Fury.
To the skies being used as well. Rongyu in the backline with Panatom on the blink. It's Benny Q running for his life.
Netrioid just casually autos down the Oni Fury. That I thought that everyone on Sanguine was low as well, and I made the same mistake that Hype Unit did. Did not see the full health Susano ready to rumble. Great blink, great path for Pyromancer. Now they decide, let's go for the big boy, but Mollusk has already respawned, so it's not a 5-on-2, now a 5-on-3. Mollusk, no actives. This Fire Giant getting low, Frenzy pop, Netrioid charging Final Judgment, and that secures the Fire Giant. Gamma's already blinked in and is now in a bad spot as Russian Poppy tries to run towards Mollusk, looking for some assistance, and none are coming from Gamma. He's already down. Sops uses the ultimate just to slow down a potential chase, but doesn't even land anywhere near Sanguine. Wise decision by him, because that would have been another death for
Benny
sure.
Q is so dead. Look behind him. Panatom is cutting off the option with the pull as well, and the Typhoon. Panatom getting his 10th kill of the game.
25 in total for Panatom. There's the cursed Onk from Russian Poppy, but everyone just kind of backs it up, except for Netrioid, who dashes in, but Yarkor doesn't need the help. 6 kills, half a dozen for Yarkor, and say hello to your first seed in North America. It's Sanguine.
Currently first seed.
Right.
We'll see how the next 2 weeks pan out. Still a couple more matches to go, but a great turnaround because it was Sanguine that fell to Hype Unit in week 3.
Huge turnaround by Sanguine. 2 sub-30-minute games. They looked like they were the better team today, and it didn't look... I mean, the games were competitive for sure, but it wasn't like, man, Hype Unit might be on that perfect same level. It clearly was Sanguine dictating the pace of these games.
Everyone from Sanguine made so many crucial plays. The Horus